And we are back with another film session. Today we're going to be looking at defense. Give y'all some variety today. Some Diggs, some D-Law, some Dono, some Neville, some Dorrance, some Duran. It's going to be a fun little film session, right? But this is the highlighted film, so you're only going to get a couple of plays, 7, 8, or 9 plays here. But if you want the film that didn't make it to YouTube, then all that will be on my Patreon. We do the long form film over there. So patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. Run over there, subscribe, and you'll have access to this film, the offensive line films that we've done, the film from the past games. All right, so run on over there and get that content, but let's get this work today. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this, right? I wanted to open up with this, and this isn't a player highlight, this play in particular, right? But I just did kind of want to just address concerns from fans or whatever. Fans will be like, Voch, what's going on this week? What's going on, with the Giants game, with the Washington Football Wizards? Why haven't we gotten the same sack numbers that we normally have, right? We got big sacks versus the Bengals. We got, hands on Tom Brady. Why aren't we getting sacks this game? Well, because I think, first and foremost, I think the defensive units put put these safety measures in place for the other units, right? So Shannon Sharp came out with his tweet saying, "Oh well, you just simply can't run past Diggs. You got to double move them, and it'll get them every time." I thought that was nonsense from Shannon Sharp. I want y'all to stay focused, man. They're not watching film. We are. We meaning me and you. Okay. So the one reason that you can't double move Trey Diggs is because the offense that you're going up against, the offense is they've taken safety measures to keep you from, one, sacking them, and two, to keep you from intercepting them. So we got to do simple things like stop the run. We got to tackle in order to put them in bad situations to throw us the football or to, get their jersey with grass stains in it, right? Let me show you this series of plays from Carson Wentz. And you could tell that the offense coordinator had no faith in Carson Wentz, right? This is why we couldn't sack him, right? Watch this. We're going to snap the ball. Boom, 1,001. Get rid of the ball, okay? And that's a lot of, this is a lot of rhythm that we saw last Sunday's game. I'm just going to move forward just a little bit. I'm not skipping around. I'm just moving forward just a little bit, right? Take a look at this. Carson Wentz is going to get his snap, 1,001. Get rid of the football. You feel me? So you can say, well, you can't double move Trey Diggs when you're doing this. You can't really get a lot of deep shots downfield when you're doing this. You can't effectively sack the quarterback when you do this, right? We can get pressure all we want, but if they're getting rid of the football in a second, in 2 seconds, then we're not going to sack them. But what I like about it is they may be opting to not get sacked, but they're only, attempting yards 3 or 4 or 5 yards at a time. So all we got to do is tackle. 1,001, get rid of the football. Same concept, right? So don't get discouraged because you don't see Micah sacking up, racking up 2 sacks in this game or 2 sacks last game. Offenses are trying to make these adjustments in order to keep us from intercepting them and to keep us from, sacking them. But I'll tell you what. You can only run for so long. You can only run for so long. Let me hook y'all up with this play. Let me show y'all something. So there's going to be a point to where we actually put hands on you defensively, right? To where we actually put hands on you long enough, we're going to force you to go downfield. We're going to force you to hold on to the football. And those movements are bad for your health. When Carson Wentz tries to go deep here, just putting Jahan Dotson versus Trey Diggs, that's not good for you. It's not good for your health. If you keep the passes short and make somebody have to tackle you, that's where you have the advantage. But the problem is when we actually tackle you and you have to do this, we end up doing stuff like this. Trey Diggs end up, doing gangster stuff and racking up stats. Trey Diggs got like 9 pass deflections on the year so far. It's like week 4. He's probably gonna he's probably gonna break his pass deflection record. His rookie year is 14 pass deflections. Last year was 22. He has 9 right now. We got plenty more games to go. Watch this, same thing here. We're gonna get a lot of pressure overall and take a look at the end game formation, ladies and gentlemen. We just got our defensive ends out here tearing stuff up, or the end game package. Pardon me. So so Carson's gonna try to get rid of the ball quickly by way of design, but when he holds the ball just a little bit, that's when we tend to do nasty things to him, man. Micah over there getting busy. You see Dorrance over here getting busy. You see DeMarcus Lawrence over here getting busy, and Dante Fowler's actually look at the spin move. Look at Dante Fowler, right? Come off the line of scrimmage. Let's see what he did. Come off the line, boom, 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 boom. Swipe the outside hand. Take a look at this, right? Faking like I'm defeating your outside to make you lean in a little bit. You can actually see your right tackle leaning just a little bit, and his feet are crossed up, so you know that what his base is narrow. He's ready to cross his feet, so he's not powerful right here, and he's not in a good recovery stance right here. This is about to be bad for his health. Dante Fowler about to spin inside, shifting that weight. Ugh. But also, look, spinning is way more than just spinning. Take a look at Dante Fowler clearing with his left hand right here. Dante's left on the back of the offensive lineman to help propel him back inside, man. It's all a leverage game, man. It's all a leverage. And, you know, Carson Wentz eventually stopped trying to hold the ball and stopped trying to throw it deep. They just ran like quick game and like screens the whole rest of the way. And I just want to keep y'all focused, man. D-Law had 3 sacks last week. People saying, but Voch, where's D-Law's sacks this week? Well, if you compound Carson Wentz getting rid of the football quickly, we got a bunch of pressures. Let's not get this mistaken. You know, I know we like to look at the sack numbers, but the pressure numbers, the hit numbers, they'll always be there also. So yeah, D-Law was around. Michael was around. They just didn't get the official sack. Let's just check back in with Trey Diggs one time since we ain't doing nothing else. Carson Wentz going to hold the football here. Trey's going to read this thing perfectly, break down inside. And look, Trey almost got another interception, man. Look, Trey got 2 interceptions this year, but he could have 4 interceptions this year, right? And it all comes down to, and he's just so fantastic at this. He's really good at finding his receiver, right? Like he'll keep eyes on the receiver just for a little bit and he'll get a feel for the route. He'll get a feel for the leverage and the direction that the wide receiver's going. After that, he's getting eyes on the quarterback. Once the ball is in the air, Diggs is going to react to the football and attempt to get hands on it. Could have had it. Let me tell y'all about something. Another way the Cowboys have an advantage here, right? This is what I want to do. Voch says this. I'm going to run this play twice. And I just want y'all to just name anything that you see that's peculiar on this play, okay? I'm going to run it a couple times. And after that, man, I want y'all to go in the chat box, go in the comment section and tell me what you saw very peculiar about this play. I'm going to give you the answer, of course, because I love you, right? Think about this. CeeDee Lamb has had a couple big games in a row. Justin Jefferson had a big game earlier this season. You know, Cooper Rush had a big game this season. You can tell the trends of the National Football League when you watch these games, right? They feel like they are the play callers this year. They're trying to find these mismatches by getting their number 1 receivers matched up versus linebackers. So we actually see Terry McLaurin actually lined up against Micah Parsons. And in any other situation versus any other team, if it was any other set of players, that would indeed be a mismatch. But Micah Parsons covering Terry McLaurin, man, come on. Hey, we outside, man. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? I would actually, and look, this is a clean pocket here. I would love to see just more of what Micah Parsons looks like versus number 1 receiver, just for the bragging rights, right? You know what I mean? Just to be able to laugh at you when it doesn't go your way. Shouts out to Micah Parsons. And if anybody couldn't tell, the other thing that was very peculiar about this play, if you look at Tristan Hill, he for some reason dropped his ass out of A gap. He stood up, he got back down, dropped out of A gap, and ended up covering up a tight end. I love this game. We had a damn good game from Neville Gallimore. This is probably one of the best games he's played. I'm not saying his job got taken because both those guys kind of rotate equally or whatever, but hey, man, Bohanna ended up being, nose 1 tech 1-0-1. Neville Gallimore. Neville Gallimore said, hold my Twinkie, dog. What are you doing? They're going to try to come off the line of scrimmage and double him a little bit. He's just going to shed this block and go get hands on ball carrier there. Shouts out I got one more too. Let me show y'all one more. I was going to save this one to be exclusive for the Patreon, but hey, man, we ain't doing nothing else, man. I love y'all, man. Voch love y'all. You feel me? Take a look at Neville Gallimore right here, man. He's an A gap on the right side, and just another example of him pushing kids around when they can't be stronger than him, right? And the one thing I find impressive about Neville is we always had the question of, okay, he got big as hell and he got strong as hell, but can he maintain that quickness that he had coming out of Oklahoma? He can. You even saw that on the sack that he had early in the game. That'll be exclusively for Patreon. And then we all got the surprise that Jordan Lewis was going to be missing the game and that Deron Bland was going to be starting at nickel corner. I thought it was interesting because, we thought that if anything was to happen at nickel, we would just bump Anthony Brown and bring out Kelvin Joseph. But nah, man, they trust Deron Bland to be, nickel corner number 2. And you just see him having a fantastic read right here. And look, this happens once again when Carson Wentz holds on to the football. We're either going to hit him or he's going to throw the ball to us. I think that's going to be the plan for this defense moving forward. Can I see this cartel view? Can we find Deron Bland cartel view? We'll probably see it when they zoom out a little bit. Carson's going to get the ball. There he goes. Deron Bland at the bottom of your screen there, reading the eyes of Carson Wentz, getting over to him, and that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hey, man. breaking down film is fun when you win. We got the LA Rams coming up, and they look like garbage yesterday on the daggum game versus the Washington football versus the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams didn't look very good at all. So if there's another game that we can, play our defense and do what we do and, get pressure. We saw week 1, the Buffalo Bills, they put Von Miller over Noteboom and they took advantage of him. I also think the Rams are having, general offensive line problems. So if they got offensive line problems, we're a good mismatch versus anybody. And Matt Stafford loves to throw the football to the other team. So hopefully we can take advantage of that. All right. That's it for this film session. I appreciate y'all. If you want to see more, catch me on the Patreon. Catch me on the Volume Monday through Thursday, 3 p.m. Central. And y'all hold it down for the Doski Wilson and Peasky Whiskey. Till next time, man. Peace.